Hello Minecrafters and Redstoners. Welcome to a short little video of 6 changes I would like to see implemented in Minecraft. Why are we doing this is the first question you're probably asking, because I'm not known for doing this kind of thing. Um, Truth is, a while back, Grian had posted a video about changes he would like to see done in Minecraft. And the comment I left on there was supposed to be funny, but I could easily see him or others not thinking it was funny, thinking it was actually kind of rude. So I'm going to give him a chance and you a chance to, you know, come at me with, your own comments. And this also serves as an apology to Grian. This obviously, that was not meant to be rude. It was meant to be funny. So here we go, and we are going to start off with the bow and the crossbow. Now just looking, there are 6 enchants that you can put on a bow, with 2 of them being exclusive, and only 4 enchants that you can put on a crossbow, with 2 of those being exclusive. Considering these are essentially the same type of weapon, the only projectile weapons you can have in the game besides a trident, uh, I do think it's time for a change to the enchanting on them. And that's what we have over here. So I think both of these should be able to have all the exact same enchants. However, we're going to change up what is exclusive to one another. And we're going to come in here. So flame, I don't think should be exclusive to anything. Now, on a bow, typically mending and infinity are exclusive to one another. However, some cheeky Minecrafters have found a way to make an infinity mending bow. I think it's time that we just separate those and do not have them exclusive. However, I do think infinity should be exclusive to multi-shot, which should also be exclusive to quick charge. And the reason for this is you've got a couple of different options here. You can have an infinite amount of arrows that you're firing. You have multiple arrows that you're firing with multi-shot, which some archers in various games and RPGs and even D&D can actually do. So I think that would fit in well with the archery, and it still fits well with the crossbow users. And then quick charge. So you've got your options of never running out of arrows, shooting multiple arrows at once, or firing in rapid succession. And I do think we need to change the name of quick charge. And we're just going to come over here and do this really quick. Instead of quick charge, we just call this speed. That is one thing I would definitely see changed about this. It's not going to let me. Here, let's do that. Pop that there. So yeah, change quick charge to speed and use it on both the crossbow and the bow. Again, these would be mutually exclusive and you could still have mending. Now, moving on down, you cannot put piercing on a bow, and I don't see why you shouldn't be able to. You can also not put punch on a crossbow. So I think punch and piercing should be mutually exclusive to each other and be able to put on both. And then we got power and unbreaking. Power just increases the damage, and unbreaking, of course, just means that it'll last longer. But that's the changes I would like to see done to the bow and the crossbow. We need to combine all of these enchants into one set, being for both of these. There's just some of these that I just don't see why we can't have on a crossbow, such as flame. Now, moving on to the next thing, we have masons. And we're doing this for a particular reason, and I only have 2 here. Now, we could have done a lot more and gotten a whole bunch more, but I wanted to show you this. So we come over here to their trade. You'll notice, oh look, we got quartz pillar and block of quartz. And this guy, we have quartz pillar and block of quartz. So all of these guys, every time you make one, is always going to have the quartz pillar and the quartz blocks, which I think is kind of a shame. Now, we didn't get anything else on some of these trades, but they do come with trades for andesite, granite, and diorite, and then a variety of terracottas and the glazed terracotta forms. But it's the quartz that I find odd. Like, every one of these will have quartz. And I think a small little change, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. So I think a small change is we need something other than quartz to appear on these guys. And there's a series of blocks that you cannot farm. You cannot reproduce. There is no infinite way of getting them. Well, I mean, there is if you want to be like cheeky about it, but I do see an option for something else to be available instead of just quartz on all these guys. And I've got to try and think backwards and move over here. And that is the two sand types. Sand and sandstone, and then red sand and red sandstone. So I think we should have a mix. So sometimes you'll get the quartz blocks, sometimes you'll get regular sand, and then other times you might get red sand. I think that would be a good mix of those to replace the quartz so that we're not always getting just quartz with these guys. And it would also give us an infinite amount, and we wouldn't be all absolutely destroying deserts all the time for our sand needs. And speaking of sand, there's also something else we need to talk about. And you may notice I have a couple of pumpkins in my inventory. Now, one of the things Grian talked about in his video is something that he displayed in an episode. And that was how overpowered villagers are and how he thinks they should be changed. Now, I don't think there's a problem with the standard villager trader that people generally make or even the trades themselves. However, the infinite emerald trade loop that you can exploit, I think needs to be fixed. And I got these two pumpkins. We're not going to be able to actually do this because these guys are locked, and being that we are in, the end, I don't think they're going to unlock. But the point is, you can take these two pumpkins, and he actually showed this in a video. You take the two pumpkins, we get 2 emeralds. Come over here, trade the 2 emeralds for about 8 glass blocks. Perfectly fine. Then you take, let's just go ahead and get ourselves some glass just to demonstrate this. So you take these 8 glass blocks and you turn them into panes. It gives you 16. You come over here to this guy and you trade the glass panes in for more emeralds, and then you take the emeralds, go back to a librarian, trade it for glass, take the glass, turn it into glass panes, trade it for emeralds, take the emeralds, trade it for glass, turn it into glass panes. You get the idea. It just loops and loops and loops and loops. And you can basically get an infinite amount of emeralds that way. So I think one change that should be implemented here isn't the best idea. Originally, I was thinking we need to make it to where these don't cross as much as possible, but that has a slight problem, and the balancing issue there would just be a nightmare. So what I do actually think is a better idea is why does this guy even have glass? Like, explain to me why he has glass. I've never fully understood why a librarian has glass. So the change I would like to see there is instead of glass, how about give us another enchant? But this particular enchant is guaranteed to be the highest tier of the enchant. Like, you're guaranteed a fire protection 4, blast 4, power 5, or power 4. I don't know which one's the highest there. Just the highest tier. Just take away the glass completely so that that loop does not exist anymore. And that is kind of my idea for how to fix the villager trader as far as this loop is concerned. It may not be the best idea to take away the glass, but the other idea I had was to, instead of glass panes, maybe have this be a trade for glass, but then that just puts the loop completely on the cartographers. So I think taking away the glass trade completely and giving us a guaranteed high level enchant is probably the better idea. Now, moving on to the next thing and the actual reason why we are in the end making this video, we have the wood types. Now, I don't think there's any problem with the wood types. It's actually what's behind that section that is the problem. And as you know, we all have these types of wood, and we have the new mangrove that was just added. But looking at these, they're kind of dark, kind of pale, uh, and there is a color palette that I kind of wish was in the game, and I know most females will probably agree with me. We need some pastels. And the only thing close to pastel we have right now is purple. And it doesn't really fit in that well with anything other than Endstone. But still, it is... I mean, it's very hard to mix any of the woods in with purple and use it in a build. So what I am thinking, and this is why we're actually in the end, is if you look around in the end, this is kind of sparse. There's not a whole lot of anything around. I mean, we got chorus plants everywhere. That's it. And I'm sure there's an end city somewhere out that way. I just have no idea where it is. I haven't gone looking. But the idea I've had, excuse me, the idea I've had is I know of a group of modders that are currently working on a mod pack. And when I was looking at it, they were adding pink trees to the end. So my suggestion here is we have a series, very rarely, very sparsely placed throughout the end, of pastel colored trees with the corresponding wood colors. And basically what would happen is you've got them all in the 16 colors, but they're all pastel. So instead of like these dark, harsh, typical wood colors, these are more of a pastel, more brilliant colors. However, we're not done with that idea just yet. The other half of this is that they only grow on top of Endstone. And to add on to that, they only grow in the end. So you cannot bring them to the overworld to farm them. If you're going to farm this special wood for your building purposes, you're going to have to be in the end. And it's something I have actually been uh, saying to Mojang and Microsoft for a little while now. It's been a couple of months since I first saw that mod pack being worked on. And it is such a great idea for the pastel colors that would actually fit in with the purple, that I really think it needs to be done. We need that. And having something special to look around for in the end, because as I said, there's not a whole lot of stuff out here that is worth finding. So having a very sparse, special wood color out here somewhere would be amazing. It would add a little bit of color to it. I do think because of how sparse we're talking, like maybe on this whole big island, I don't know how big it is, you could find one tree. However, because it is the end and there's barely anything out, I think that one tree should be extremely large. Like the biggest tree in Minecraft is what I'm thinking. So there you go. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold up. That's only 4. We need 5. Well, we need 6, but we'll get to 6 in a minute. So 5. Um, yeah, this is. I don't have anything set up for this one. I was trying to think of a 5th one because I thought I had 5. We only did 4. So 5th one. Let's go. Inventory. You know the inventory. You're used to it. Uh, in Grian's video, he was complaining about the inventory and saying that we should do a couple things. Either add some slots that you could potentially earn throughout the game. No, thank you. I hate that one. I absolutely hate it. I hate things being locked like that, regardless of how it's locked. It's just dumb to me. I absolutely hate it. I hate extra bags, having to unlock those slots to carry the bags, or having to pay for more inventory space. I hate it. Let's not do that at all. I don't like it. Uh, the other thing he suggested was increasing the stack size. Uh, mm, Stack size. So, with all the items in the game, most everything comes in sizes of 64, and there are a few exceptions like tools and such do not stack. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, it really makes a lot of sense. And then you've got things like ender pearls that only stack up to 16. And then there's other items that stack up to other amounts. Okay, so that's... But the point is, the stack sizes, I don't see an issue with. I don't think the size needs to be increased either. So I do, well, sort of. Let's go back to the pearls. This has been something for a long time. I don't see a reason why we can't increase the stack size of ender pearls to 64 to match up with everything else. I do know there's a couple of other items that only stack up so much, but I can't remember what they are offhand. Uh, yeah, I do think the Ender Pearls need to be able to stack to 64 like everything else. I don't see why that can't be done. The other problem he had suggested, and the thing that I actually liked that he suggested, let's go into this and grab ourselves a chest. It could be a chest, it could be a barrel, it could be anything. One of the suggestions he had, and something that is actually in a lot of mod packs, is a set of buttons that are up here that would allow you to auto-fill either the chest or your inventory with certain items. And I actually kind of like that idea because, you know, I wish I had set this up already, but trying to shift click a whole bunch of items. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. But trying to do this over and over again, I cannot tell you how many times I have actually failed and only brought one item over, and apparently I'm not going to be able to reproduce that. But the point is, the button to autofill either your inventory or the chest inventory to fill up any stacks that are already there or in your inventory is absolutely amazing. I love that feature. It's in a lot of other games, and a lot of mod packs use that. So I would absolutely love to see a series of buttons be added that would autofill either inventory. And I also like the idea of being able to sort them. Um, there is a slight caveat to that sorting thing. Like, I like being able to sort my own inventory in specific ways. I don't like using the sorting 100% of the time, basically. So having a button that'll sort them is actually kind of nice. I would like that, but the main thing is having the autofill button. I do 100% agree with Grian on that one. That is definitely something we need. As far as stack size changes and inventory space, no. I will say this to Grian. Inventory management, get good. Uh, That's 5 things I would change. I said 6. What could the sixth one be? I mean, really, what could we need a sixth one? I've got to have a six. Oh, oh, I have an idea for the sixth change. Mojang, Microsoft. This is the food tab. This is pathetic. We need an update to the food badly. Like this cannot go on forever. And one of the things that I would love to see, well, it's kind of a caveat thing. Like, because of the item I would really love to see, we're going to give Doc M something he would love: tomatoes. So, one of the things I really want, and this is in almost every mod pack that uses Pam's Harvest Craft. Come down here so I can do this. Is pizza. I really want pizza as a food item in Minecraft. So, Mojang, Microsoft, get a hold of Gordon Ramsay, get a hold of Guy Fieri. We need a food update badly. This is kind of pathetic. I gotta say, like, we need a whole bunch of new food items. And again, I really want pizza in Minecraft. Like, anytime I'm playing vanilla and not modded, and I remember there's no pizza, I'm like, oh gosh, give me, I need pizza. Give me pizza. So yeah, there we go. I want pizza in Minecraft. That needs to be a thing. And we also need like other fruits and vegetables and things. Like, I would love to see strawberries as well, but I really want the pizza. Please, Mojang, pizza. And not just any pizza. And I know some people are not going to like this, but this is my favorite pizza, and I can confidently say I have literally been around the world. There's no better pizza. And yeah, I'm not sponsored, and if they want to sponsor me, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll talk later. I really would like some Papa John's pizza right now. I really want a Supreme Pizza or Hawaiian. But yeah, that's it. There we go. 6 changes. Yeah, excuse me. 6 changes that I would love to see in Minecraft. So if you really like those ideas, please like this video. And if you love some of these ideas, please think about subscribing. And if you got your own ideas, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks, guys, and I will see you next time. I have got prep work to do on my next video. This was just something I felt like doing and thought about for a while. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you later.